2.5 hours, right? 2.5 hours, 3 hours for the test match to start. And Gargi and I, Lords once again, back at Lords, amazing build-up. And there is this sense of anticipation. There is this sense of apprehension at one level. Edgbaston should not be a flash in the pan like it was in Australia. Border Gavaskar Trophy. We won Perth. There was so much anticipation, so much keenness that yes, India can do it. And then, it all came crashing down. Edgbaston should not be a flash in the pan. Team India had a decent drill yesterday. So this is our final kind of show before we start our live from 2 p.m. building up to the start of play. So let's take our 10 points from the last practice drill as to what India did. So I'll give Gargi, as always, the privilege of going with the first point.
Before we get to that, I mean, I'd just like to make a passing comment on the weather, because it's been so hot, and every time I've heard of England weather, I've heard of rain, I've heard of the cold, the wind, and obviously the snow as well. But
come in November, December.
Clearly. But no, I did not expect it to be this hot. It's quite hot here.
Over the years, summers have become very,
very hotter. That's because of global warming. And throughout the match, we're going to see high temperatures of around 31 degrees. So it's going to be pretty hot out here at Lords.
But such a fantastic stadium.
It's beautiful. You know what? I have kept saying this for the past 3 days now. It still hasn't sunk in. I think once the match starts and you finally sit in that media box and the first ball is bowled, the crowds start coming in.
This one, when you set MCG, SCG, these are stadiums where you have to watch Test match.
Absolutely. 100%.
And in our country, this time round we'll do it together. World champion South Africa coming to Eden Gardens for that Test match.
Yes.
So you've never watched cricket at Eden Gardens.
No, from the stands, yes.
Yeah, but now media box. And again, I mean, I will get back to Eden Gardens covering a Test match after a while. So absolutely, I mean, come on. And this our partnership has taken off as well.
You know what?
So good fun.
Our partnership is much like the Lord's cricket ground. You've got tradition, history, and then you've got modernity.
So she's actually saying I'm the relic and she's the contemporary.
I'm saying Boria Mujumdar is ancient. No. I'm just kidding. But yes, back to the 10 points of the practice session. Starting with number 10, which is something I found.
That's good fun. The BCCI digital team is taking all films of Lords because they'll put these videos together.
There will be reels and dramatic entries and exits.
So all of that stuff will happen.
All of that is happening behind the scenes right now. We see these guys working hard every day, taking those videos and this and that, and then they put together everything. Anyway, 10 points. Now, I don't exactly know where to start because yesterday was a sort of practice session where everyone got to do everything. Before that, we saw distinctions. You can tell that this is the main pacer net. Jasprit Bumrah is bowling here. Gautam Gambhir is watching this net closely. This time around, it wasn't as such. But Abhimanyu Iswaran batting with and rotating the strike with KL Rahul in that practice in that net was quite surprising to me. You'd expect a Yashasvi Jaiswal to do it with KL Rahul, which is something we've seen happen before in all of the practice sessions. I'm sure it's just a normal drill there, but quite interesting. I think.
And Abhimanyu practiced for quite a while. So she's spot on there. That it was interesting to see Abhimanyu do that. Point number 2, Sai and Karun. They are like these two brothers, Karan Arjun types. Continuously, they are doing auditions. Who's better? Coach is watching, bowling coach is watching, batting coach is watching, and these two keep. And the best part is they have this great fun banter between the two of them. They are on great terms. It's not as if they're competing with each other. There was a special drill going on in a side net just opposite the nursery ground in front of the Middlesex Indoor Training Academy. That's where Sai and Karun were together again. Shubman came and joined them. So for me, that was the interesting point, that wherever Sai went and Karun went, the two of them went together. And there were these special drills that Sai and Karun were doing together in the nets. That was quite interesting. Ultimately, will it be Karun? Will it be Sai? Likely to be Karun, but Sai right up there if he gets an opportunity.
Absolutely. Okay. Number 9. Number 8 would be...
You're going the other way. Okay. Yeah,
10, 9, 8.
Yeah, that's fine. मैं सोचा 1, 2, 3 करके हम लोग उधर जा रहे हैं. चलो 8.
अरे ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. I try to save the best one for the last, but today.
ठीक है. Let's do it that way. Yeah, कर सकते हैं. Best one तो कई सारे हैं आज. Number 8.
Number 8, because you brought up that side little net session that was going on. Sai Sudharsan worked in tandem with Ryan Tendoshkate, taking underarm drills. He did that drill for 1 hour. He took some knockings and was continuously practicing his front foot drive. Every sort of drive that you can think of, Ryan Tendoshkate would bowl an underarm delivery, and then he would he was just knocking it all away. He did not bat in the net, Sai Sudharsan, did he?
He did in the
previously, and then he came into that net and worked on his drives continuously. And actually, Sai Sudharsan was the first batter inside in the ground, because he padded up and was sitting there for a while as well before everyone else came. And so Sai Sudharsan was, and he had a lot of long conversations with Ryan. So clearly they were working on something. They were working on his technique or something. I did not catch the conversations that were happening, but he did work on the drives for a very, very long time.
And as we sit and do this show for you, we've just seen Yashasvi Jaiswal go back and going back to the other. So his training is done. But my fourth point, Gargi makes this point always as to who comes the previous day, and does that give her a bit of an understanding? If we go by that logic, no Bumrah. I did not see Siraj come and bowl either. There was no Nitish Kumar Reddy. There was no Akashdeep. And there was Shardul Thakur.
Wasn't Akashdeep there?
Was he there?
I thought he padded up and batted.
No, as in I didn't see him bowl.
No. He was batting.
I didn't see Jasprit. I didn't see Siraj bowl. I didn't see Akash bowl. I didn't see even Prasidh bowl. I saw Shardul bowl. So I didn't see Nitish bowl either.
No.
So does that give you the sense that that Nitish retains his place ahead of Shardul? That was another point that you can take from that practice session. Number what now? 6. 6, yes.
Yeah.
6. Go for it.
Okay, number 6. This will be interesting. The intensity of KL Rahul's practice session today, intensity when we talk about it, not just KL, also Yashasvi. Now you see some batters do their knockdowns, do that get some throwdowns in that one extra little, what happened?
No, go for it.
Okay, there's Akashdeep. Okay, yeah. So what usually happens is batters either get their throwdowns before they start their session, or after they finish their batting session or the net session. But this time around, KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal both, and also Shubman Gill, by the way, started their practice session with that throwdown session, and then went into the nets, then came back into the throwdown session. So it was quite an intense, almost a couple of hours of batting for KL Yashasvi and Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill also joined Sai Sudharsan for that underarm practice with Ryan Tendoshkate. So that's something that happened. And should I say what's going on there? And as we speak, Yashasvi Jaiswal is actually out there on one of the center wickets, and he's doing some shadow practice. He's visualizing. He's playing some front foot drives, some back foot drives, now a flick, and he's just you can tell that he's there visualizing what he's going to do tomorrow. Today.
Exactly. I mean, and I thought it was quite interesting that he, on his way back, he just stood there. He goes to the wicket and starts doing the shadow, and then starts playing all kinds of shots. Akashdeep did not even bother. No. He just started walking from the side and kept going. But Yashasvi Jaiswal started visualizing. That's the word that Gargi very aptly used, and that's what he was doing. That was very interesting to see. Number five, Shubman Gill. Shubman Gill comes out there, does everything. He wasn't there yesterday, and I did not see a single mistake. I did not see a single mistake from the captain. Did his nets, did his knockdowns, did his throwdowns, did that special drill that Sai and people were doing, went to the nets, batted against pace, batted against spin. Shubman Gill looking the part and looked so confident. Had a brief chat with him. He had just come out, had a brief chat, and it said, wasn't able to be part of your winning press conference because we were doing live, but that was a fantastic test match for you. As always, very humble, and said, sir, abhi to kam baki hai. So Shubman Gill knows that as captain and as batter, as premier batter, he has a job to do. He's got his team on track. He has got his team on track. Can he push the baton home and take India to an incredible series win? But from the looks of it and his practice, he's right up there. Number 4.
I don't know if I should rank this number 1 or number 4. That's why I'm getting confused. But let's just say it. Washington Sundar bowling and batting for a very, very long time. Now, does that intensity means he's making it to the playing 11, or does that intensity mean he's not making it to the playing 11 just one day ahead of the test match? What do you think?
I think he will.
Keeps his
I
place.
think he keeps his place. I absolutely think he keeps his place. The only way Washington Sundar can miss out is if they go with Shardul Thakur or Kuldeep. I don't think so.
Kuldeep matched a -2 bowled for a very long time.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's always been bowling for a fairly long time in all of these games.
No,
but
Washington
Sundar has not done anything wrong or anything bad to miss out. So I don't think Washington Sundar is missing out at all. My number 3, you've spoken about KL Rahul, right?
Yeah.
You've spoken about KL Rahul. Yashasvi Jaiswal. Yashasvi Jaiswal batted quite impressively. Yashasvi Jaiswal came to that day. He was free-flowing. His shots were free-flowing. And, and that's the Yashasvi Jaiswal. His first test match at Lord's, he will want to make an impression. People said, people were writing him off ahead of Perth. People were writing him off ahead of England. You have seen hundreds in both places. Imagine a young Yashasvi Jaiswal coming to Lord's and scoring in front of the MCC members, scoring in front of a Sachin Tendulkar who will be there to ring the bell. Cricketing royalty will be here at Lord's on day 1, and Yashasvi Jaiswal, who kind of wants to take over that mantle, at the start of the Indian order, has impact. Looked pretty impressive to me in that practice session. Aggressive, feet were better going to, but the drives and the free-flowing shots from Yashasvi Jaiswal was an absolute treat to see. Number 3.
Number 3.
Sorry, 2. Huh? 2 or 3? Yeah, 3.
3. Number 3, yes. Number 3, Rishabh Pant speaking about the captain-vice-captain camaraderie. It was your question, so I basically stole your point.
No, please go ahead.
No, but I think that it was very important to also publicly talk about the unity in the team. We're seeing it on the field, yes, but it's always better to be very open with the press or very open with the fans or anyone that are watching.
Shubman Gill,
that we're doing very well. Because this is a young team. You need as much camaraderie, as much unity as you can possibly have in that dressing room. You have a Jasprit Bumrah now who has a lot of experience, but after a while, you won't even have a Jasprit Bumrah. So till then, you need to make sure that your captain and vice-captain on the same page, and especially in an all-important series like this, where Jasprit Bumrah will only play 3 test matches, so you will have to time and again change the playing 11. So you need to be on the right path, or you need to be on the right page to make all these decisions. Now, maybe in Leeds, things went wrong, but back in Edgbaston, the team that we saw, the unity that you saw on the field, the constant discussions that were being held, the constant chatter between Rishabh Pant and Shubman Gill, the way that they were discussing everything with each other, I think that's a very, very positive sign in the long term.
I kind of agree with that. Number 2 for me, the presence of BCCI top brass, the presence of Devajit Saikia, the presence of Abhi Kuruvilla. BCCI top brass. In fact, I introduced Gargi with Devajit Saikia. It was interesting that he says he follows Rev Sports, he follows all our broadcasts, reads all my pieces. It was interesting, and he said BCCI's support is always with you all. Do some great work so that was good to see. Devajit Saikia, the BCCI secretary, now here at Lord's to encourage the team. They were right there, right through the practice session. So BCCI also realizes, the top management will be here to watch this test match. So that was important, that India taking this series, the board coming here in numbers to back the guys, back the players. This Indian team, in every sense, management, administration, the coaching staff, players, unity. And by the way, the presence of Deepak Chahar was another feature of the Indian nets. Deepak Chahar and his wife was here to see Wimbledon, and Deepak was also part of the Indian nets doing some bowling. So that's point number 1.5, and Gargi can take the last one.
I can take the last one, and this is a very interesting one. I think
and as we speak, Deepak Chahar takes himself at Lord's. You will see that photograph on his Instagram
You
page.
will see that Instagram photo very, very soon. And look at it. This BCCI social media guys are running to capture that, to capture Deepak Chahar. But number 1, Jofra Archer not bowling in the nets. I think that was very, very interesting to see. We were all there
To watch Jofra.
We were there to watch Jofra because England started their practice session 9 in the morning.
Yeah, 9:30.
9:30 in the morning. That's still a very early start. And you know, when you're working long days, waking up and getting to the ground at 9 a.m. is still a task. You have to hype yourself up to do that. And we were all here to watch Jofra Archer. And what does he do? He pulls a Prasidh Krishna. He goes in the nets and bats.
And he bats for a decently long session and then hardly bowls. In fact, the moment he finished his batting, I told Rohan and Devashish, now he'll bowl, get ready. And he takes his kit bag, puts it at the back and starts walking. I said, what is he doing here? What is he doing? Jofra Archer not bowling, no, but that's workload management and sports science these days for you. How teams operate. Had it been 10 years back, you would have certainly seen a Jofra Archer bowl. But that's our 10 points, folks. It's ready. 2 hours from now, Gargi Raut and I back live from 1:45 rather, not even 2 hours. 1:45 India, which is 9:15 UK. We will be back here at Lord's giving
in an hour's time.
In 1.5 hours, right? From it's 12:30. Yeah, so about now. 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours from now.
Right now.
Exactly. So that's right. 1.5 hours from now, we are back with our live broadcast, building up to what promises to be. Could be a decider if India takes the lead. How important is this test match? We just can't keep talking about it. And let's soak in, Lords. This is something special. It will be a special test match. The two of us will be together. In fact, this is our last test match of this series together. I go back after Lords. So let's have a win. And then Gargi leads the coverage from Manchester. So once again, thank you very much, folks.